If you are an English speaker trying to learn Italian, I'm pretty sure you get some of these verbs wrong. In today's video, we're going to look at some verbs that English speakers get wrong all the time. I hope that's not the case for you, but it might be, so keep watching. Ciao a tutti, my name is Stefano and I am an Italian teacher. If you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome and consider subscribing if you're interested in the Italian language and also culture, and also in watching my vlogs around Italy. In today's video, we're going to look at some very common verbs that English speakers usually get wrong. The verbs we are going to talk about are cercare, aspettare, guardare, and ascoltare. Although these verbs are pretty easy because they are regular, well, except cercare that adds an H for some forms of the present. For example, io cerco, tu cerchi, we need to add the H to keep the same sound. These verbs actually are pretty easy, but their structure in Italian is a little different compared to English. So, although the translation is pretty easy, their use is a bit different. Let me give you a few sentences in English, and then I will show you how they would change in Italian. So the first sentence is, I'm looking for my phone. I am waiting for my wife. Look at the sky. Do you like listening to music? So what these verbs have in common is that they take a preposition in English. I say to look for, to wait for, to look at, or to listen to. Now in Italian, it is a bit different. So let's try to look at each one of these sentences alone and let's try to understand how they would translate in Italian. Let's start with the first sentence. I'm looking for my phone. In this case, we're going to use the verb cercare. We need to conjugate cercare in our present progressive, so sto cercando. Sto cercando. And then I just add the object, so the thing that I'm looking for, il mio telefono. So the final sentence would be sto cercando il mio telefono. Sto cercando il mio telefono. As you can see, I'm not adding any preposition in Italian. I'm not saying sto cercando per il mio telefono. That is what I hear all the time with my students. So no, it's not cercare per, it's just cercare plus the thing you're looking for. Sto cercando il mio telefono. Sto cercando il mio telefono. I'm looking for my phone. Now, cercare actually does not mean only to look for, but it also means to try. But in that case, we would use cercare with another verb in the infinitive form. For example, sto cercando di chiamarti. Sto cercando di chiamarti. I'm trying to call you. Now, in this case, yes, I am using a preposition. I'm using the preposition di, but because in this case, cercare does not mean to look for, but it means to try. So when it means to try, and when I'm using cercare with another verb in the infinitive, then in that case, I would use the preposition di. Sto cercando di chiamarti. I'm trying to call you. But that is the only case when we would use the verb cercare with a preposition. When cercare means to look for, no preposition is needed. Let me give you two more examples. Sto cercando un abito da sera. Sto cercando un abito da sera. Or, che cerchi? Che cerchi? So see, in these cases, we do not use a preposition in Italian. Now, let's move on to the verb aspettare, aspettare, to wait or to wait for. Here, the logic is exactly the same. Sto aspettando mia moglie. Sto aspettando mia moglie. No preposition. In English, I would say I'm waiting for my wife, but in Italian, the preposition is not needed. Sto aspettando mia moglie. Just mia moglie. Sto aspettando i miei amici. Sto aspettando i miei amici. I'm waiting for my friends. Stai aspettando qualcosa? Stai aspettando qualcosa? Are you waiting for something? Now, the verb guardare is a little trickier because guardare can be translated in two ways in English. Let's start with its first meaning, to look at. In this case, in English you would use the preposition but in Italian, you wouldn't. For example, guarda il cielo. Guarda il cielo. Look at the sky. But in Italian, no preposition is needed, so just guarda il cielo. Guarda il cielo. Not guarda a il cielo, just guarda il cielo. But of course, guardare can also be translated as to watch in English. And when guardare means to watch, then you don't have to worry about anything, because in English you wouldn't use a preposition with to watch either. For example, sto guardando la TV. Sto guardando la TV. I'm watching TV. In this case, you wouldn't use the preposition in English either. Or, puoi guardare I bambini? Puoi guardare I bambini? Can you watch the kids? And now, the last verb of today. Ascoltare. Ascoltare. Now, in English, you would say to listen to music, for example. But in Italian, you don't. You don't need a preposition. For example, ti piace ascoltare la musica? Ti piace ascoltare la musica? Do you like listening to music? No preposition is needed. Or, ascolto il professore quando parla. Ascolto il professore quando parla. I listen to the professor when he speaks. No preposition is needed again. So now keep these rules in mind because they are going to be extremely useful when you speak Italian. And of course, if you have any questions, you can write them below in the comment section. And also maybe you can try to write a few sentences using these verbs so that you can practice. I'll do my best to check your sentences in the comments. So we are done for today's video. Don't forget to leave a like if you found this video useful, but also to follow me on Instagram, Teacher Stefano, so that you will be updated on any news that I have here on my channel. I will see you in the next lesson. Ci vediamo nella prossima lezione. Un abbraccio dall'Italia. Ciao!